Yeah.
Cowabunga dudes.
Cowabunga dudes.
All right.
Well.
What a film.
Yeah, what a
film.
freaking film.
We should review this mullet style.
Oh, yeah. It's a good idea.
Business in the front, party in the back.
Okay.
All right, so let's get the good business stuff. Will you like it? You walk in there expecting a good movie? I'd say yeah.
Yeah.
Even if you're not a Godzilla fan, I think so.
What was the last film? It was Shin Godzilla? Was that Toho as well?
Shin Godzilla was the last one from Toho.
Yep. It was more serious than some of their past ones, but it was also pretty weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, mutated Godzilla, all that. Or Godzilla evolving like a Pokemon.
We'll have to do a separate review for Shin. But compared to Shin, if you know what Shin Godzilla is, you want to compare it, and this is our opinion, or my opinion, maybe you share the same, but I think this movie blows Shin Godzilla out of the water. It gets to the good stuff faster. Not saying Shin Godzilla isn't a good film at all. It's just my opinion, what I'm into. I kind of like just getting in there. You know, yes, there's slow parts in this one too, but it gets down to business. A whole new iteration of Godzilla in a way, a new universe. If they plan to do more movies, they kind of leave it open for that too. But basically, walk in there, you'll love it. You know, maybe you might not pay. If you're not a fan of the slow kind of pacings and bring them out. I mean, if you haven't seen Godzilla before, you know that he only shows up for just so many minutes out of the whole 2 hours or whatever movie.
Yeah, that's true.
So there's no difference.
Usually like 7-10 minutes at max.
Let's get into what you liked. Straight off the bat.
Straight off the bat, the story. The story was easily one of the best top 3 Godzilla stories wise. Like it was awesome. It was awesome.
Monster wise or human wise?
Human wise. Monster wise, I mean, obviously there's better monster wise. I mean, you go in for Godzilla, and that's what you get. But it does give you, it does give you something different.
He's very terrifying.
Yeah, he's very terrifying.
Mean. He's a monster. He's a force of nature.
It's like a horror film.
I don't see this one not fighting other monsters.
Oh, yeah.
I think he would totally give the hands to any other monster that showed up.
He would, like, rip their throats out. And, yeah.
So, monster-wise, good. Human story-wise, good
Monster-wise, good. Human-wise, yeah, it was great.
I mean, I feel they make these human stories, they're different in each one, but that's because everybody's different, and everybody has to find one that they're relatable to. This one, I feel like if people, not to give anything away, but if they feel like if things are not going good for them at all in life, just keep holding on, keep living. Ultimately, that's what the main character, finds out in the end.
Super emotional. Yeah, probably the most emotional Godzilla movie, like, to date.
There you go.
Yeah.
Motion. Walk in the theater and find motion. It's in this movie. Mm-hmm. Monster action. It's in this movie. Mm-hmm. And then that's pretty much all there is to it. You get your monster story, your human story, and the historical side is pretty interesting too because it takes place during post World War II.
Yeah. 1940s.
A very interesting time for Japan too because they're not allowed to have any sort of weapons. So you have to, it shows them all coming together in the end, kind of using their minds to think, okay, how can we fight this thing with, rocks and sticks?
Yeah, with what we have.
That part was cool.
Yeah, they managed it.
Yeah.
It was sweet.
All right, now for the good stuff, spoiler stuff. So, spoiler alert, if you
portion.
haven't seen this movie, probably want to skip this part. But anyways, we're going to get into it.
Yeah.
My first thought walking out was, what the heck was on that girl's neck?
Oh, yeah. Like, I was already off my chair from, like, oh my gosh, this. And then it's like, huh, well, what's that? That was a trip. Sets up for a possible sequel then.
Yep. Yeah. My first thought was either something had to do with Godzilla's radiation. There was a line in the movie after he had nuked the city of Ginza that there were shards of him laying around and that they were radioactive, and it kind of just left it at that. So I was like, okay, well, maybe that's implying to something later on. And then you see that thing on her neck at the end.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I mean, it could be Godzilla related. It could be something else entirely. Who knows? Like, it could involve, I don't know, even aliens. I mean, aliens factor themselves into these movies at one point or another.
That's true. That's true. And seeing, like, this team of writers do something like that, that'd be insane. If
they can keep that seriousness, I'd be impressed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
oh man.
you got your serious Godzilla movies, and then all of a sudden, you know, he's defying gravity, flying backwards, or doing drop kicks. So I don't know.
Though.
If you can find a medium of that, I think that's cool. So,
we're currently hitting that, which is pretty nice. Yeah.
And then obviously at the ending, he's not dead.
Yeah, he's just
they work together and blow him up, but
ball of flesh.
Next thing, it's kind of like a Godzilla monsters all out attack.
Yeah.
Remember at the end, his heart starts beating. It's kind of a reference to that, where Godzilla's nothing but just a heart, and the next thing is just and of course, if you stay after credits, you hear foot stomps and then the awesome roar. So
pretty sweet.
Yeah,
it's pretty sweet.
Score is good too for what it was. I mean, obviously you're going there and you want to hear the original themes, cool. But what I didn't expect was the slow, kind of depressing, like
it's so eerie, like
it is
Oppenheimer
eerie,
style almost. Yeah,
you can watch Oppenheimer in this back to back.
Yeah,
it's Oppenheimer too.
The Oppenheimer of Godzilla films. Yeah, this is it
too.
Yeah,
kaiju style.
This was
Part 2.
Yeah. Like I know there was one moment where I yelled. Oh, it was when what's her name died, or at least when you think she died.
Oh, Noriko.
Yeah, yeah.
That was
She freaking flew. Just like, huh? What? Yeah.
Noriko!
Yeah, then
they weren't holding nothing back.
Yeah.
Yep.
The main character, I forgot his name, was a douche to his daughter. Or not his daughter, but what's her name? Akiko. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Until the very end when he decides to live. That was amazing.
Like I said, it's a movie about changing. You know, character development. It's pretty cool.
Coming out that slump. That sunken place, which is sweet.
Oh man, the side characters too. Pointing them out. I wish I knew all their names offhand, but his whole boat crew.
Oh yeah.
They're likable.
Kid, what was his name? Doc, right?
Okay, Doc.
Yeah. I remember Kid, Doc,
and Captain.
Yeah.
Captain was cool. Captain was pretty wise. He was funny but wise.
Mm-hmm.
Kid's cool. Kid was like us, the viewer.
Yeah.
Doc was pretty cool. They got some really good actors for this stuff too. It's
a whole lot of people you've never even seen before.
Yeah,
which makes it so cool.
Yeah, good job, Toho. I hope we get more releases.
$15 million budget.
$15 million budget looks better than most $200 million blockbusters these days.
Yeah.
But Toho. I mean, keep them coming. I mean, this is cool. We got this. You got the MonsterVerse going at it. Hopefully some video games coming out sooner. We got Giga Bash.
Yeah.
And then other non-related Toho, you got Gamera and whatnot.
Oh yeah, the animated
making a camp comeback. So the future's bright for kaiju fans.
Oh yeah, very much so. Loved it. Love this.
Yeah, this is good stuff. All right, if we have a rating system, what are we gonna do? It says Cowabunga dudes, so it's gotta be Ninja Turtles. So you can go 5 shells. 5 shells out of 5 shells, 4 shells. A shell, yeah. Oh, there we go.
Shell,
do
yeah.
1 shell,
I like that.
2 shell, yes. 3 shell, yes.
I gotta say 9 out of 10 shell, yes.
Oh, we're going out of 10. Okay.
Yeah.
9 out of 10 shell, yes.
Maybe
but this is the thing. So if I was a critic,
it's a pretty flawless
film. And a Godzilla fan, that's tough. You Godzilla fan.
Oh yeah,
you're going to compare this to Final Wars. You're going to compare it to the 1954 original Shin Godzilla.
Yeah.
And then MonsterVerse movies. My personal favorite is King of the Monsters. So that for me is really good. Some people consider them dumb fun, at some point, but hey, it's what made us fans in the first place. Watching the show,
peak visuals,
stuff,
peak action.
but the serious ones I do appreciate at the same time. So I will go.
I gotta say a 9. I can't really think of any
close
problems.
to 9 too.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
It is good. I'm gonna go with 8. 8
That's
shell,
fair.
yes.
That's fair. Yeah,
because it's entertaining. You sit down, you're not disappointed.
Oh yeah.
So that's my critique score, and I guess that is my kind of Godzilla fan score. So
yeah,
Godzilla fan score, like I said, King of the Monsters probably be my top. As a movie, there's probably some flaws and stuff, but I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I still love it.
It's peak. Yeah. I guess maybe the only thing I can think of is that I do prefer good Godzilla versus evil Godzilla, but they made it work. This was
force of nature.
Great. Yeah. He was so devious. He was plotting the whole movie.
Yeah. All right. Well, Cowabunga dudes.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for watching our review.
Yeah.
Please
like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, if you like it, if you don't like it, I mean, comment why and kiss my Godzilla butt, I guess.
Yeah.
So, all right, well, cowabunga dudes!
Cowabunga dudes. Sweet.